would be able to have more bodily autonomy.
Okay, so we can get into that.
Okay.
Would you vote so that men couldn't vote on women's bodily autonomy?
Men couldn't vote?
Transgenderism would not say that they're the sex of. They would not say that they're the sex of. So a transgender female is not going to say that they have female genitalia. So
as much as they can, when it's like you guys are like, okay, like family dynamic and things like that, and like love and like be together forever and stuff like that. When the more people you sleep with, the less.
Amendment was not passed, but this bill, and I'm not super familiar with it, I'm not entirely sure if it is a redundancy, but the current state of affairs, the 19th Amendment, constitutionally.
If the 19th is just for voting.
So actually, hang on. This is a great question, and I would like to answer your question. If you can name a single right.
The red. Can I butt in real quick with the red flag thing?
Yeah.
Because I if I have a niece or female that I work with or whatever, and I want to give her some advice because about what's going on.
Relationships, and it's the highest in lesbian relationships, even compared to heterosexual and gay male relationships.
I would almost argue that like it's unreported among gays.
That nobody can be denied the right to vote via sex.
Sure.
So all those trans people can vote.
Right. Okay.
So then what's the inequality issue here?
That's what I said. So draft them all.
So takes on that, like how do you reconcile that?
That's
if
in
men are more
relationships.
violent, if men are more violent,
in relationships. That's not.
But removing men from the picture entirely when there's two women in a
I mean,
relationship.
it's very machista.
That's the way it should be. Because women say stupid shit. And throughout this podcast, a lot of you guys have said dumbass shit. And we've said, listen to it. Because
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale, the all-in-one POS solution built on the world's.
Some of these competencies are things that women are not going to learn unless they learn it from a high-level man. Like, hey, listen, when we sit at the table, the forks work like this. Hey, put your napkin like this when you go to leave the table.
Constitution that you can't discriminate on the basis of sex.
You mean the 19th Amendment?
Yeah. No.
No.
No, it would be the ERA, the Equal Rights.
And I'm like, so
Well, you know what? Thank you, bro, for being who you are.
maybe he's bisexual though.
I don't know. As far as I know, he likes
Shout out to you, man, whoever you are.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Like I don't understand in the context.
Would
like it would be yes.
You would vote so that men couldn't
in
vote
what
on women's
context?
abortion?
Yes, I would vote that way.
Okay, right. So that's the same.
I have girlfriends.
She
and
just
I'm
said
not
her friend is great
a
in
lady.
bed.
Oh well, that is
Okay.
her life. I cannot speak for
But
her.
generally, ladies.
Not always.
All right. You don't think England guy wants to smash you that told you?
And like things being potentially online forever. It's like this is like literally no different for me. Like for me, it's like anyone can look this up. I thought this was gonna be like some little stupid.
Wow, big, and almost 2,000 over there on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube,
Jivanik donated $200. Ask her how she feels about violence.
What would that man get in return from being in a relationship with you?
He gets me, like I am the prize. Obviously, not just me. But like you're saying, okay, well, what do you have to offer? If you're talking about money, like obviously, no, he's the one with breath.
Was that? Say again?
I was asking her, do you feel like it depends on the relationship they have with a baby mom? Why you find it so annoying?
No, I just can't do kids anymore. Like I really, that was a tough.
They would not say that they're biological. That's correct. They would say there's only two sexes. There's only two.
There can only
ever be two. One sex produces ova with big.
Well, what do they want to do with you?
They don't want to smash.
That too, so I have a harder advantage. Kind of like he's trying to put in his kids. My dad put that in me, and maybe he didn't want me to.
What are you?
I'm saying I'm
basically the other things that I said, but yeah.
Wait. What?
Wait. What?
What do you mean? What?
All right. You want a guy who makes $1 million a month? We're just asking simply.
Free. He will separate himself from the competition and win. My sons will win. Empathy will not be a word in my house.
I love that.
What about your daughters? What do you think about them?
She's 18. He's a 30-year-old. I'm not saying every single instance.
I'm not saying that
for a
either.
woman getting taken
Listen,
advantage
I'm
of.
just following the logic. Are they adults at 25 or before?
I feel like
Large gametes, the other one produces sperm, which is
Oh my
small
god, I
gametes.
totally forgot,
Yeah,
man.
so
Thanks
there's
for
only
reminding
two.
me.
Because there's only two.
Give
there's only
me,
two
give me
reproductive
about
pathways.
another day.
Regardless of the age group, they seem to be highly toxic because they're not lasting a long period of time. If you look at the UK, there's the office.
I think that everybody should have bodily autonomy. So if you want to vote for my right to not.
I'm just asking questions.
No, you're butt in every 5 seconds.
My apologies.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Next time if you want to talk, just wait your turn.
Of course he's irritated. Because he has to be patient with you in order for the show to flow. So stop saying stupid shit, and the show will flow.
Commonality of interest, then I would just give you the same argument back. We both drive cars, we both have jobs, we both do this, we both do that, we both do all these things, so we must have all this stuff in common. Not really. A commonality is not...
You've never had a guy pay for you for free for nothing. Like, you never ever that.
What? What do you mean?
Have you never had a guy pay for you for free?
This one actually owns a boosting service. Despite this guy being outed as a fraud, this female streamer wants people to send him money, so he can continue to rig more tournaments for Warzone streamers.
I think that past few seconds really proved the point that pretty privilege does in fact exist.
I'll give it to you. Exactly, pretty privilege exists.
You've been slurring your words.
He makes him look like a high-level man.
Say less. I just wanted to understand
like,
what
so
table.
she can. So if everybody, so a lot of times men get judged off their woman. So if you,
yeah, the one directional IPV rates. Yeah. Well, actually, really quick on that. I know it's kind of getting a little bit off topic. So when it comes to romantic relationships, what about
the Equal Rights Amendment has not yet passed, so women are still not constitutionally equal men. So for that to pass, if that passes, yeah, be daddy. Yeah.
It's a rough topic because a lot of the women that put themselves in those situations come from very, very rough backgrounds.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
And so I think there is
they
an
don't
argument
deserve
to be
love.
made that maybe
What if
if
it's
they
their
had
kink?
more respect.
and set herself up to find the highest level partner that she can as a man, which is completely different than what I would teach a young boy.
Yeah. It should have passed, no problem. That's all I have to say about the Equal Rights Amendment.
But
that's it. That's all I have to say. I can't articulate more than that. That's my point.
But, I mean,
and then I also think that women
should date someone who's a grown adult who has a 9-to-5 job.
When are they adults?
It's weird. That's
Why is it? What makes it? Okay,
weird.
let's get
It's
into
gross. It's weird.
Just saying,
And
because it gives you the ick. It gives you the ick.
Yeah,
You sound crazy, right? Sounds.
Yeah.
Okay, that's exactly how you sound when you say men that want multiple women are insecure. No, it's just what we want. It's
No,
our.
yeah, you're right.
It's
So how could you ever create a metric for it then?
I think that people who are 25 should be going for people who are around the same age range. I think it's a very huge red flag when men.
Democrats can look at you if you're a Republican and say, Republicans don't believe in equal rights for women. And then people believe it.
Okay.
So don't believe it.
But the issue is societal too.
Here. Yeah. I'm fucking who I am. I always say it how it is. That's it.
Maybe like 70, I don't know.
A year?
A year, 100K, around 100K.
100K. All right, what about you, a year?
It is skin. You have to navigate and coach your daughter through that, as well as the signals you look for in a man. You know, one thing I would tell my daughter to look for is, does he invest in you? Does he invest in you? Not monetarily. Is he trying to...
Bro, call it shame, bro. Chill, bro.
All taking streamers are right in the thick of it. They send 50% of their winnings to the corrupt admin.
I've been in a relationship. I'm like the best girlfriend ever. Like, I'm funny, I'm entertaining, I cook, I clean, I get them into shape.
I can just get a hooker.
And into your life, like in order to keep him and go on to the next level of relationship, which is what most women want. We don't just want to have sex and casually have sex everywhere all the time with everyone. That's what men value.
Your dad?
No.
Chill.
I did not say that, Myron.
So what
Are you taking notes? I'm saying my dad instilled in me to win harder, to try to get that.
Say what's on his mind in a concise manner that everyone can understand. No, that's a skill set.
Well, I'm Latin, so yeah, like when you go into somewhere and you listen to literally anything, no one will listen to the web.
Then you're not even happy. It's not real love.
Are you a man?
No.
So how would you know?
I guess this is my ex.
Exactly. You don't know, man. You don't know.
I've only been in 2 relationships. I'm still learning.
Anybody targeting anybody for nefarious purposes, it's immoral, regardless of their age. So if an 18-year-old is targeting, or a 30-year-old targeting an 18-year-old for
Stuff in my drink so many times that I can't drink anything. When I go out to public, people put so much shit in my drink
I know,
because
but
I'm
I'm
a
not
fucking
talking about
target.
drinks.
Oh my god, I'm so pretty. So many drinks.
No,
Welcome, welcome. Why do all the trouble guests sit in that spot? Question for the panel: if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? Are you able to scoot into the table
Yeah.
just a little bit? Yes.
So, what's dating someone with a kid? And
Why'd you
you've
just touch
done
me?
that.
Why you just touch me?
And you've done that.
Why the fuck you touch me?
Okay, I was just using an example.
All right. Why you
And you've done that.
6-year-old going for an 18-year-old is predatory and problematic. However, that is a big issue that I do see often. I do see a lot of women, young women.
I'm not alive.
All right, so what's the bare minimum? Answer the question, please. What's the number? And then we'll go on the table if it's all right. Go ahead.
That
What's the
makes a
number?
year,
Yes. Or you can say monthly, whatever you prefer.
monthly.
Sexual partner, it stays about the same.
I want to hear from Thor here. You just look like a Hemsworth brother. It's a compliment.
Mr. Stellick.
What would you like to know?
Earliest thing that you do that he doesn't do.
I don't know because he lets me paint his nails. He puts eyeliner on, and honestly,
okay, so the
it's the
girliest
most
thing you do.
attractive thing I've ever.
Swag would be on 15 kills by now. Most streamers have sticky aim. It is non-existent on console. As his aim hits the player, the aim assist helps a little bit, but doesn't stick to the.
So like, wouldn't that be a thing?
Wouldn't
Like,
mean that they're more
isn't that don't you want to protect like women against
Doesn't
the
make you more
strong men?
violent just because you're strong.
I would think that isn't.
For instance, there's going to be women who are stronger than other women, right?
Sure.
I'm the prize.
Yeah,
that's
I'm the
like
Money,
crazy.
what am I supposed to bring, guys?
No,
Come on.
it's
Bread?
not
They're
that.
rich
It's
as
just that
fuck. They only want me to be in my feminine
It's-
state, look pretty,
Aw,
cook for
man,
me.
you are, how the fuck you're gonna die? You know what you are? You're gonna die and
for me.
realize that when you die, you're gonna.
It's not a privilege. It comes with its own shit.
Listen,
so it's
coming
not a
from the
privilege.
girl that all her friends
I don't disagree with what you said, but you can't take away and say that pretty privilege doesn't exist. Yes,
Listen,
This is probably.
Sure. Okay, that's fair. But I also don't think that equating what's happening in a relationship is the same as.
Proud of her? What would he say?
He's gonna say she's doing better than me right now, so I'm proud of her.
Can I just add what I was going to say? All I'm going to say is that I agree that, like, what you guys are saying, that you guys want somebody.
That.
Ew.
I'm saying that.
Okay.
Literally.
I'm so funny, and yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna repeat myself.
Woman?
Did you say you want to say something? You 10 wires.
Okay.
Yeah, you were trying to say something before.
Nah, it's good.
And then you were.
Whoever else can go.
You don't
I
think
don't
so?
understand how,
But that's
yeah.
what I'm asking.
I want to be
That's what I'm
convinced.
trying.
I want to be convinced.
Hold on,
to see
just
your
let her
side.
answer. It's okay.
I remain unconvinced.
So, you don't think we are. In what ways do you think
Men or women can ever make any decision which would impact their life in the long term before the age of 25, including consenting to sex?
Because that's just the world we live in.
That's not an answer.
And also, but the
Because
age,
it
the
is.
age
Than to get used to something that is immoral, gross, disgusting.
Right.
So where in it does an adult and an adult?
But what does fresh and fit even mean? Who you're fresh and you're fit? Or you fresh and you fit? Who's fresh and fit?
Stupid. Oh my god.
I don't know.
Stupid. So let me get this straight. You came on a podcast. Now, to do that, she's going to have to find a very strong, confident man that can be a leader. And he's going to have to be so strong that he's going to be able to have to keep her in his frame. And most oftentimes, not a popular thing to say, but adopt.
Wow, I didn't think you wouldn't know what the Equal Rights Amendment is.
Did I say
It's
I
just
don't?
that no, it's just that you it would be an amendment to the cop.
because oftentimes the 18-year-old in question is being groomed.
Oh, well, this is interesting. Wait a second. That's
and
that
it's
didn't
not-
mash.
I only smash if we're in a relationship.
Oh.
My ex-boyfriend. What do you mean? Find a man that I cut, bro. I have the cleanest name.
Sexual characteristic. Period.
Okay.
So, in your
But the, it, like so the Equal Rights
hold on.
is okay.
Hold on. So we can get into the Equal Rights Amendment component of this, but you said that women shouldn't be dressed.
It's all about the prefrontal cortex. So I got to ask you,
They
if
still
this is
develop a prefrontal cortex.
yes, but not correctly. right? Not correctly. So just based
Similar
on
passions. We have very similar
02.
desires. We both have the same viewpoints on marriage. We have both have the same viewpoints on polyamory.
And what do you do for fun?
Wonderful.
Tell you about the painting.
But
I have to
you
introduce
still represent yourself while you're on the show. You understand that, right?
Yeah,
and also,
but I
everything you say here stays on the internet forever. And also, just to let you know, if you had a problem with anything you said previously,
if that you can assert that, then I just assert it about everything you say. Yeah, but I just don't think that that's true. Yeah, but I just don't think that that's true. Right? That's why you don't make assertions or claims unless you easily
decide to have sex with them. A dude would still be like, okay, you're a whore because you didn't wait long enough to I'm in a relationship.
yeah, I don't think most guys are going to do. If you wait 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I don't think guys are like, well,
Yeah,
you know,
they
it was,
wouldn't wait
it was
around.
18 days and
girl that speaks the least is the most attractive. When you're in a meeting situation like that, right, with higher level men, whatever, you don't speak unless spoken to because, like
That's
I said
true.
before, no.
would occur.
I think, isn't it true that like if the ERA passed, Roe versus Wade would have been protected more so?
What does that have to do with rights between men and women?
Who are 23 and older are going for 18-year-olds, especially 18-year-olds that are, there's 18-year-olds that are still in high school.
So?
They're graduating high school. So you think someone in high school...
Let me just ask you a simple question because girls love to say this. Okay, you want a guy that's taller than you that makes more money than you, right?
Taller than me? Fuck yeah. he
Yeah,
must be
taller, stronger, makes more money than you, right?
Stronger than me, of course.
Okay. We'll go around the table. We'll go around the table. What's the bare minimum for you?
Drives me fucking nuts that you have this conversation about bare minimum for money.
We're talking. I want to hear your just chime in. I guess. I mean, it doesn't have to be now. I guess maybe you didn't want to say anything on that one, but
One thing I would tell you about the go back to talking to sons, right?
We're pregnant, well into your late 30s, 40s. I can actually just make this argument about easier to manipulate a woman who's a little more pressed to get anything else that would tangibly change if the ERA was passed for women.
No.
Okay. So then,
Chance, like you value that person, like the less effect it has on you, the less sensitive it makes you. Like, shouldn't it be the other way? Like you should tell men, don't see
I
like
think
be
that has more of an effect with women than it does.
It's like a young adult.
But experience is arbitrary. You can have 19, 18-year-olds far more experience than 25-year-olds.
Yes.
Yeah,
that is
so
a factor, for
because
sure.
that is so, there's no way that we can base adults.
It's
Both
hard.
men
And,
are
like if
loyal.
I'm dating, if I'm like taken off of the roster, whatever, I need to be taken care of. I don't want to be struggling with a man. Broke men are so bitter. They abuse women. They're
right.
Would you
don't
give
think
me?
a 30-year-old
Would you give
taking
me?
advantage of an 18-year-old?
Yeah. So I'm asking. So I'm asking you to make moral.
Hi
argument
there,
like
good
I just did.
afternoon. My name is Nima Salari. Is regard.
That's why we had an influx. And it actually just posted they banned 65,000 accounts. So is it coincidence they banned my account and I'm playing Xbox today? If you guys don't know, I really...
you got upset the last time and nobody even argued with you or nothing. So you gonna be just upset?
Yeah, sorry
Upset
for.
about what?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. These guys making a lot of sense though, but I feel like a lot of stuff, and I get what. And he used to get so many more views when there was an antagonist and stuff like that. Like now I feel like, bro, like there's not much of a discussion. There's nothing for him to bounce off of if you don't give him something to bounce off.
Date you anymore. Do you know what we do? We don't date you anymore. We're not playing a game to create interest. We're just doing the thing that we want to do because we're men.
Yeah.
Make sense?
when it came to the equality that women could expect to receive, that they don't currently have, that you can't articulate.
I think that
As he smokes the area, he sprays the shotgun and manages to down the...
Actually, I shouldn't be sorry. I'm just not more prepared. But
But it's your claim.
okay. So I mean, that's what I'm saying is like I don't have that
But
information. I didn't.
that's a really massive claim to make. That
Okay.
men have...
No. What else? Anything else you want to add to that?
You're so precious.
So I'm not gonna lie.
What's up?
Us?
It's insane
She's on
to me.
holiday this week, right?
It's insane to me that it's insane to you.
Yes, lovely. I don't remember who do I speak with on Monday.
No, I think it's
really ridiculous that guys are. Also, I've had a lot of guys sit there and complain about how they're jealous that women can actually go into that.
And you can just say, in a circumstance where this 30-year-old is targeting an 18-year-old, right, for nefarious purposes, then I would make the counter-argument that
constitutionally equal to men, and you cannot point to a bill just by virtue of the title of the bill, it not passing being evidence that women aren't constitutionally equal to men.
How is something called the equal right?
This
Like
other
very, very often.
Actually, so I can make another argument. So a woman who's, say, 33 and still single, she is perhaps because of, you know, the time clock when it comes to pregnancy, look, you can get
a lot of times.
Being very, very toxic dynamic.
Well, essentially,
this is just something that we have
essentially
seen.
every relationship now is set up in a toxic dynamic because most of these marriages are ending in divorce. So they seem like
shut up and listen to you.
You don't though.
Okay, and you don't have your
it
looks to
naturally.
coast on. No. You think it's natural for a guy to be able to have good tonality, be able to speak properly, speak coherently, be able to command a room?
Because you're white, can't say you can't vote because you're female, can't say you can't vote because you're male, can't tell you can't own a gun because you're black, can't tell you can't own a gun because you're white, can't tell you can't have freedom of speech because of these things. You agree that this has to do with redefining what a woman is, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you think currently that transgender men
and successful men, and they're predatory for targeting wealthy and successful You're
men.
a feminist, though. I assume you believe in
absolute clown behavior. Speaking of Ricochet, they previously banned over 65,000 accounts. Swag's new account was shadow banned.
Hold on one second, guys. Well, per year for you, real quick.
Well, you have to have a job at least. So I would say like at least 30,000, 35.
I agree.
A year, a month?
Because like they
A
could
year?
they could.
If you're not smart enough or competent enough or experienced enough to make a decision about who you want to sleep with, regardless of their age.
Administrators' payouts. I'm not surprised by any means, because he wins every tournament organized by Repulse. I recently exposed Repulse for hosting corrupt tournaments ran by another
What are you asking for? What do we not
But-
get that you think we should
Bodily
get?
autonomy.
Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But okay, so it's my view, though, that you're saying, well, we don't have this.
As fuck.
Dang.
They're so insecure.
I have the
can't-
utmost
I can't-
respect for
a broke
guys.
man can't put up
No,
with it. I'm
there's a
sorry.
difference because in your
No,
world,
no, no.
what you consider a broke man would be like a firefighter. For instance, like a guy's a firefighter, you look and be like, hey, he's a broke man. You know.
Same reason that we vote that you don't have abortions.
But okay, well, there you go.
It's just like that. If you would vote that we couldn't tell you that you couldn't,
well, that's a
The
fair.
girl is a lot of the times the better off. Like men really don't give a shit about female opinions.
Women,
Yeah.
that's the
I'd
thing.
actually-
That's
And the reason why goes back to what I said before. Women live life on easy.
All right, Matthew Shrek. Plain and simple, are we equal or not? Should all people, men, women, trans, etc., be held up to same standards and responsibilities?
You'll find a dick. So it's
They do.
But I never once said we're going to outlaw 30-year-olds from dating 18-year-olds.
I
never
agree,
once
you
said
didn't.
that.
But if you have the response of telling people you shouldn't do rich,
There's rich people.
why would that not be
were
icky?
not born rich.
Wait, why would that not be icky though? If this person had all the right nourishment so that their prefrontal cortex developed correctly, and then the person who
Podcast that like maybe 5 people listen to. I have no idea.
But okay, so are you just on the adult content thing? Open up another tab, watching on Twitch, and just drop us a follow. Thank you guys, appreciate it. And then we do have super chat here from Matthew Shrek. Oh, can you hide that? She has a greater desire. No, there's another word I'm thinking of. A greater urgent
being discussed versus just talking to talk. You've just been talking to talk, to be honest with you, and you've kind of made a moron of yourself. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, I think she asked him a question.
Yeah, about your daughters. What
About
would you
the
say to
daughter. She
them?
didn't ask for her.
You're really strong on, and we'd like to hear your stance.
Working duties. Man
No, you
works
didn't
his ass
say
off.
no. That's not what you
I
said.
don't know what
You said, what if he's like in the
No,
pros and
I
the pros and
generalized it where I was like, hey, listen, if a guy's working his ass off every day, you only date rich men. That's what you said. You only date rich men.
For saving of £504.
and an extra £500 when you trade in.
Experiment, ladies. If you met a woman that said, let's hang out, let's go to the club,
Just a clarification, because I like when you guys talk and you want to define a word. So you keep saying the word grooming. So from what I know, what the word grooming is, it's taking someone and slowly acclimating.
Have a young lady that you want to invest in, you teach her how to sit at that table with that sheikh or that business guy or the person that you need her to do well with so she can make you look good at the table, not only
that have been directly involved in this corruption. Let's see what other streamers are also involved. Shifty is also in the thick of it. He has 1,000s from this corruption.
According the buying a house for the address is 113A Rectory Road. I believe Sammy is the one who is responsible for doing this stuff.
It's in exchange he drops them down to get easier games.
Now, in relation to a gift idea for a maker, probably the last thing on your mind is buying them a pair of
So far I have named Huskers and omit PC.
Because of her greater urgency to enter into a relationship, she must be easier to manipulate.
That example also sounds like you're a gross person. That doesn't, that example is not less gross.
Is sin in the Ten Commandments.
Bruh.
That's literally, that's.
You do not just see your logic here is flawed.
What
so
happened in real
what
life,
you
though?
want is your preferences. What we want is insecure.
Okay, I guess.
Based on nourishment alone, by your argument, okay, there could be women who are 25, as long as they're just in a lower socioeconomic, position. They should not.
Entitled to that if you want it.
Yeah,
Right?
some small guys suck.
Just like
it's all ridiculous. You're good.
I
You're good.
feel that when, as a man, if you want to be different girls while you have a girlfriend,
kept through peace.
Yeah.
You have to be a man
Amen.
of peace.
There it is.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Women have
and quiet.
this whole thing that Myron says, and he's like said it so many times over, and it's so.
Because in some jurisdictions it actually is allowed. But men can go out into public shirtless, and in some areas women can't.
Okay.
Aside from that,
You for free at all.
Yeah, just.
That is pretty privilege.
Yeah.
But then that comes with a lot of other things.
No,
they've actually found that. Ooh, okay, hold on. Okay, we're fine. We're fine.
You're good.
Sorry, guys. There's a little slip going.
You did not write down there.
No, Purdue didn't have that one.
Yeah, it's not really an argument to say, well, I can't demonstrate this, but I just think that people who are engaged in a similar age relationship and those who are in this age gap relationship of 20 years or more, by the way, no significant difference. If it was true,
Abandon feminism. It's like, do you even know what feminism is? It's like, hey, I was never the one that's been like sitting here wanting a man to be a man.
Wait, what?
It's like what, like men being like more violent overall.
But this was in context of this domestic violence.
Is that what like the law?
Violence against women actually not protecting women. It's just a name. If you're involved in politics, if you follow this for a long time, you know that they pass these bills and they put these bills up solely that so.
Honestly, if I'm gonna be real, like,
Yeah, please.
I'm not a millionaire yet, but in my mind, I am. So I will love to date a millionaire.
So in your mind.
Yes. Yeah, my mind's
need to
already like a
manifest it.
millionaire.
So
mindset.
that's about.
Groom an adult into a
This is what I'm talking about
into a
with the
consensual adult
this is what I'm
relationship.
talking about with
Unless
the
they're grooming them into now you're going to be a murderer, now you're going to be a thief. There's no grooming.
well, right. So this is the thing. I don't think that it's correct to say that your dad had to sign off on the tube tying either.
I'm saying that if
In a democracy, then we could vote in a democracy to tell you can't. See?
sure, well then I do think that's wrong, and I.
Well, okay.
So then
hold on.
voting's wrong.
No, I think that I should backtrack my statement because I think that Roe versus Wade would have been more protected.
True.
Oh, well then I like I said, I told you I don't know.
Chrissy, do you know if
flag. So it's not like, it's kind of like you were saying with like a flight attendant. It's a red flag because there is flight attendants that maybe aren't sleeping with a bunch of guys, but there is a stereotype.
you are not constitutionally equal?
I mean, I told you that I didn't think we were because the ERA didn't pass.
Oh, can you give us?
Did people just have speed hacks on Xbox? She's moving at a Mach 9.
His aim was like Nadia when she attended the con next to them.
In the ERA, there's anything in there that has anything to do with abortion rights.
I think that she's referencing like making abortion.
You get married, like you have sex, you get married, la la la. Ultimate final step in life with a partner is having kids, creating life with them. Right, and I've never done that. It's gonna be my first time, right? Whenever I am, but he gets my mind. He gets me to like 24/7 with him, and
24/7?
I 24/7. Yeah, literally 24/7.
I go crazy, bro. You're yapping.
Then why didn't the equal rights movement pass?
Because it's not about equal rights, it's about redefining the word woman. It redefines the word woman from biological woman with XX chromosome.
What do you mean at what cost?
You get it for free?
Yeah, I got this for free.
So these chicks get hooked up all the time.
So you
No, men are bad.
I never bought a girl anything in my fucking life.
So you know
that those types of relationships failed more than relationships within a similar age. They couldn't find any significant deviation whatsoever.
I would assume they wouldn't.
Why? And to get a vasectomy, that the doctor demanded that they come in and do counseling first with their wife before they made the decision to have the vasectomy.
I don't think that's correct.
All right, he's on team 30.
It's really amazing because there actually are really compelling arguments against the age gap argument. But the people who feel...
Question, maybe he's adding to that, John May. He goes, now let's continue. Ladies, if you met a man that said, let's hang out, let's go to the club, come to my house party, let's go drink, and he secretly wants you, is he...
can be drafted.
Sure.
Right? And they can be. And they're forced to sign up for selective service, and they are. Or else there's huge penalties against them.
Yeah.
If you truly believed in egalitarianism.
Fucking love those guys. We're good.
Yeah, they're great guys.
Interesting. I'm still not convinced that this is worthy of $1 million a month, though. God damn, man. This shit crazy.
Yo, just sitting here, I'm like, bro, why?
If I'm making $1 million a month,
Wanting to cheat and
Looks are
wanting
different. I'm never going to judge a person for their money they make, ever. I don't care if a girl makes $0 or if she makes $1 trillion.
No, I
Doesn't matter to me.
said fat and ugly, brother, not broke.
What about ambition? You don't want to
Change
go
her
with
personality. If
ambition?
she's fat and ugly, maybe. You know?
Diatribes, and we'll just stick with the one. Can you actually make a moral argument for why it would be wrong for a 30-year-old man to date an 18-year-old girl if they both consent to it?
No, it's like a red flag.
Maybe one or two, though. I don't know if that's too much of an ask.
I don't think that we are just in like societal ways.
But hold on. I don't know if this...
What you saying, but I feel like you be just getting like a little irritated, and I get that because you probably got to do this all the time.
Yeah, because you say stupid shit all the time.
But you don't. This is your show. The way you say, "Oh."
Thank you, Matthew Shack. Are we equal or are we not?
I will concede on the fact that I can't give you more evidence, but I don't.
Profession, because a lot of males do not feel like they have a platform in that business. And I do think it's
woman around, you want her to be saying it.